Okay, so you've heard from several elected officials, upstate and downstate. You heard from the commissioner, who's basically delivering a message from the governor. You've heard from manufacturers. You've heard from advocates who want more public transportation service just like we do. Now I think the one last part of the partnership that you need to hear from is the partnership with the men and women who drive and fix and clean buses and rail cars every day. So you need to hear from labor. I see many labor representatives in the room. My own local ATU 1321. I see Steve Moquin. I see Rick Shaver trying to hide. I see Corey Bixby. These are the guys and gals who get it done every day. They get it done every day. And we owe it to them to provide as much service as we possibly can so that their jobs are more secure tomorrow than they are today. So, to provide the labor perspective, we have the recording secretary from TWU Local 100 in New York City, LaTonya Crisp-Sauray.
I bring you greetings from downstate, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Bronx, my Staten Island brothers, Queens. It's really an honor to stand here before you and be able to look to my right and know that that's a D train, even though you all don't see it. I remember growing up in Brooklyn, where my mother used to refer to it as the Iron Horse. We who are downstate and provide service to the community and to the neighboring different employers and employees, we're proud to move this system downstate. We know that the people count on us to make sure that they get to work on time. We know that they depend on us to provide services. A lot of people don't realize that, yes, we are the unsung heroes. We move NYPD. We move the doctors, the lawyers, Wall Street moves, anything that moves downstate, it moves on the trains and buses. Would you agree? So when we come up to Albany and we're speaking as far as money, we really, really ask you to help us to stimulate the economy downstate New York. Can I get a round of applause for that? I stand before you as a bus operator, where sometimes they say that, you know, we're social workers because we listen to everything, we know everything from the news, just from the people who come on the buses and on the trains. But the one thing that really caught my attention early off in my career, this is my 16th year, I used to drive the Hawk. The Hawk is the night bus. You really know the people on that bus because it's the same people. Your postal workers, your hospital workers. I had an individual who got on my bus who says, where in the state or even in the country can you get from JFK to the Bronx for $2.50 and know that a light is going to come in the midnight hour to pick you up? And from that day on, I realized how important transit is to everyday New Yorkers. So what, I'm from downstate. What we need to do is stimulate downstate and upstate. So when I stand here before you today, I stand to introduce and talk about bus rapid transit. Some of you may say, well, what's bus rapid transit? TWU's BRT proposal is in the Bronx and in the Brooklyn. TWU proposes that the state support investments in brand new bus rapid transit routes in the Bronx and Brooklyn. The route will connect Pelham Bay and Eastchester to East Harlem, as it is the southernmost terminus. This route will serve passengers using the future 2nd Avenue subway at 125th Street. How many people are ready for that 2nd Avenue who's walked from 1st Avenue to go across to the west side? That's some walk. But to know that that capital project is moving forward we need to be ready for people to be able to commute from those outer boroughs of the Bronx and in Brooklyn. We would like to introduce the BRT that would connect Sunset Park to JFK. Anybody who's been in Brooklyn, Sunset Park and JFK, you have to take a couple of buses to get to the airport. What better way than to have a BRT that would connect Brooklyn in a rapid but safe amount of time to get to the airport? I'm telling you all now, when that snowstorm hit downstate last week, I had a smile on my face when I saw that train and I looked over the LIE and it wasn't moving at all. But when the trains and the buses and the people in the community know that a bus or a train is going to get them back home to their families safe and sound, these are the things that are important to us as New Yorkers. So I ask you today, please, speak on BRT. Speak on the things that are important as far as downstate. This would definitely stimulate the partnership between the manufacturers, which would bring jobs upstate. There's no longer upstate, downstate. We have to realize that it's one state, and that one state is New York. Would you agree? We have to stimulate New York so that we all can live in a place where there are jobs, whether they're low-wage jobs, but provide service that people, whether you're upstate, downstate, you can get to work. So, in ending, I say thank you for your time. Thank you for visiting downstate. And remember, we're always moving. We move New York City. And as a commuter, I stand here as a Ronkonkoma girl, Long Island Railroad, which jumps over to my 3 train in the morning, where I actually know the conductor and that motorman. We're here for everyone. So when you're down there, you think of TWU Local 100 and ATU and the people who move downstate. Because yesterday it was a privilege to ride on that Amtrak. I am a total commuter. Thank you so much for your time.